I know that we're here to change lives. I'm never gonna be filthy rich off of this. I know it, but this is a huge stepping stone and I don't know where else it's gonna take me. But I wanna take this company nationwide soon. My girl has a muumuu here at work that she wears. Imagine me walking around work like this. Like, this is Cuba in one shot. When I took this picture, I had chills. Today is December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. Nobody's here in the office. Everybody's working from home today. So it's kind of weird. It's an empty house. This is the front office. Normally, Megan and Vanessa are sitting right here greeting people as they come in. We got a team of 5 individuals working out of Cali, Colombia. And those are our virtual assistants that work remotely. They're still part of the AMP team. It's probably one of the best things I did for the company this year was hire abroad, to hire people who are in another country. We're helping them in their lives and they're helping us. They're helping a small business grow, keeping the overhead lower and allowing us to not have to pay the wages we would pay here because it wouldn't be sustainable for where we are today, or at least in this business. So I don't really understand how other businesses are doing it without virtual assistants, but I can tell you it's been essential for us this year. Come over here so we can check out some merch that we just had done. So I got a bunch of different merchandise that we just printed. Just the logo, we got the Abuela approved therapy. We got logo in black and white. We got the Find Your Balance. We brought this one back. The therapy is dope, the little AMP mental health. This one I love, these two right here. It says, "Dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Love, AMP mental health." Just a lot of merch to give out to the community, for people who represent us, for people who want to support us. I'm proud of this brand. I'm proud of these shirts. I'm proud to wear it every day because I know what this represents. And this company represents a company that really cares, a company that I built through blood, sweat, tears, a little bit of insomnia. I know that we're here to change lives. I'm never gonna be filthy rich off of this. I know it, but this is a huge stepping stone and I don't know where else it's gonna take me, but I wanna take this company nationwide soon. If you're passionate about it and you build it and you invest yourself in it, it's gonna grow. And it's gonna pay you back in more ways than just finances. We're not gonna be here much longer. I'm buying a new building up the street. A new building for me, old building, because it was built like in 1956, I think. And so this is the conference room where I've spent so many hours sitting right there and then writing on this board and just coming up with a plan. Now the foundation of all of this is what happens over here. You see these X's and O's? This is this year, and this represent the X's are the days that I got it in, I got a workout in, and the O's are days that I took a day off for recovery. This is the foundation for me because this is what sets my standard every day. If I show up for myself, then I'm ready to show up for everybody in here. This is where I clear my mind. This is where I have an outlet to just put out physically, so I don't have all this anxiety stored up inside of me. And then this over here is just different things that we're working on within the business. Right now, there's a lot of social media strategy that's on here because that's what Ish and I are working on. This is a little bit of a map of how the company runs. So it's the CEO, me, the office manager, Lily. Then Lily is in charge of all the clinicians, whether it's a psych nurse practitioners or therapists. The office manager is also in charge of the insurance, which includes billing, credentialing, verification, and there's one more person that works within this department. As we've grown, we've had to acquire more people to help us. Then we have the front desk. And the front desk involves the in-office staff as well as the remote staff. Like I said, my Colombian cartel. And then we have Daisy, who heads the preceptorship program, where we're providing education to the students that are coming in. This is kind of the roadmap for my company. None of this is set in stone. You see this? I could erase any one of these things at any point in time. I could change it because that's what owning a business is constantly having to pivot, change direction, and figure out like what's happening next. Like all of this here about IG, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, podcasts, and another channel, this is all just in the works. Let me just show you some of the therapy rooms. This is usually where our psych MPs will be, and the patient will sit right here, and the therapist might sit right here alongside them. If it's a psych MP, they might sit here. This is Daisy's office. This feels like She usually has this real dim and lit, real dimly lit. She got all sorts of psychedelic stuff in here. I don't know what's happening in here, Daisy, but it's her little room. And I usually come and talk to her and sit right here, just like this, kick back and kind of go over things that we need to go over. So it's relatively informal, but at the same time, we get the work done every day. We make sure that we're on the same page, and then I'm like, do you need me for anything else? She says, no, you're good. I say, have a good one. And I carry on. Lily claims she's organized, but let's take a look at her desk real quick. She got, hold up, we gotta throw this on. My girl has a muumuu here at work that she wears. Imagine me walking around work like this. I don't know. Does this look organized to you? But we got the most important thing here. We got Pepto-Bismol. Sorry, Lily, I know you've been going through it. She got hidden snacks back here. Hemoglobin A1C, that's all I gotta say, Lily. For those of you watching that know what that is, I want you to, leave a message down low and tell Lily what her hemoglobin A1C should be, and guess what it is. So this is usually where we do family therapy. Therapist is here, takes care of our patients or their families right here. And it's normally, for most people, they'll think this is just an empty room, but the things that are sorted through in these rooms are family conflicts, generational trauma. I mean, physical abuse, sexual abuse, depression, suicidal thoughts, all happen we try to find resolution of all these things in rooms like these. So to you guys, it might just be a typical office desk with a couch and a chair. But for me, this is a place where we can really change people's mindsets and therefore change their lives. Let me flex my artwork a little bit here. Printed some of my work here. This is Havana in one shot. We got, don't worry about this. The thing fell over in an art show, but it's okay. We'll get a new one. But we got this is La Habana Vieja. We got the classic Cuban car. We have La Santera. We have a Policía Civil, just a policeman. We have the civilian, and then we have the military dude with a piece of bread, with a loaf of bread. Like, this is Cuba in one shot. When I took this picture, I had chills because I was in Cuba by myself, and when I turned and I saw these people walking in unison together, I feel like I set up this shot. It's probably one of my favorite shots. This one is La Pionera. This is a typical Cuban uniform in school, still in La Habana Vieja. And this little girl was actually, her mom was handing her some items in a basket, which is pretty typical in Cuba, where somebody will with a rope and a basket hand you something when you're down below, because it's a lot easier than going all the way back up. But it looked like she was literally praying to God about something. So I just thought it was a really cool shot. This is just a random Cuban guy in downtown. This is like the nosy neighbors in Cuba. And this was a lady when I was getting off the train in Machu Picchu, and I just ran into her, and she looked like a character out of the movie Up. And I was like, this lady is beautiful, man. And so I stopped her in her tracks, and I asked her, can I take a picture of you? And she could barely hear, and then she asked me why. I was like, because you're just beautiful. And she stood there, and I snapped a couple of pictures of her, poof, and gone. And that's the way it happens. It's that quick. El Viejo de La Habana Vieja, this one. This guy just had a look of despair on his face, man. And again, he turned the corner. I shared a few words with him. I asked him if I could take a photo of him. And so yeah, and then this is the podcast room. I want to put a lot more use to this year. And whether we're doing interviews in here or on the street, I know that there's power in these microphones, whether it's on my chest or whether it's sitting in front of a table like this. I just want to find out, like, what's the best way to deliver the message that I want to deliver. I mean, YouTube, Instagram, social media as a whole is where everybody's consuming content, consuming media. So if I really feel like if I want this thing to grow, that's the way to go. This is home, man. This is A&P. This is where we've been for about 3 years now.